What's going on, guys? Welcome to our brand Beyond's channel. In today's video we're going to be talking about the Galaxy Note 8, and that's because this phone was just announced by Samsung earlier today. And I also have to say some of the things we've been talking about this phone we were already expecting, and that's including the dual cameras on the back of the phone, of course a larger phone compared to the Galaxy S8 Plus, more memory with 6 GB of RAM. So there's certain things about this phone that were very impressive, but I also have to say regarding the sensor on the phone, I didn't think it was that great that they put it on the back of the phone, because that's going to cause another issue, just like people had a problem with the S8 and S8 Plus. So if we're going to compare all these phones, I think the sensor on the phone is an issue, and then we're talking about the battery. On the S8 and S8 Plus, you have two different batteries. The S8 Plus has the more powerful battery even compared to the Galaxy Note 8, and I think that's an issue. But I also think it's an issue for Samsung when they're trying to develop these phones, and if you think about it, one of the main problems with the Galaxy Note 7 was the battery. But if we go back to the Galaxy Note 8, the fact that it has a battery that's in between the Galaxy S8 and S8 Plus, so it's right there in the middle, I think they have an issue with the processing power of the Galaxy Note 8, and they don't want to have another battery issue. That's what it seems like, at least in my opinion. And I really think that someone should look at the Galaxy Note 8, see the processing power, see what's going on when you're doing various tasks with the phone. Even nowadays, you're talking about in this event today, they're talking about multitasking where you have two applications open at the same time. So it's very much impressive that we have these features with the Galaxy Note 8, but is it too much for the processing power on a phone like that? That's what I'm asking. And Samsung, if you are developing these phones, I really think that you should have had a sensor in the screen. That's one criticism. And as far as the battery, you have to have a better battery than the S8 Plus, in my opinion. I realize that the S8 and S8 Plus are the flagship phones, but if we're talking about a phone like Galaxy Note 8, where you're going to be more productive than any other phone out there, you got to have the better battery. You have to have a better sensor, the sensor in the phone. This is what I'm talking about with the Galaxy Note 8. It's not to say that I don't think the Galaxy Note 8 is the phone of the year. I've been saying that a lot, and I really think the Galaxy Note 8 is the best phone out there for a variety of reasons, including the fact that you have this phone that is going to be better than any other phone out there with the way it's designed, at least in my opinion. Then you compare it to some of the other phones out there, and they are going to be following Samsung with the way they design phones. So that makes Samsung an industry leader, and it also makes this Galaxy Note 8, in my opinion, the phone of the year, the best phone out there. But if we're talking about how we can make this Galaxy Note 8 better, of course we have to talk about that sensor and the battery. But besides that, I thought the vent was very cool. I also thought the vent really explained how this phone works, so that's impressive with people out there that are trying to figure out what this Galaxy Note 8 is all about compared to even the S8 and S8 Plus. So Samsung was really successful in that way. So I have to say, out of all the things with this phone though, I would like to see Samsung acknowledge the fact that they have to make this phone even better, and they really have to address those issues where people were complaining. So all that put together, you have to make this phone phenomenal. And to make it phenomenal, you have to address the things that people are actually talking about. I also found it interesting in the event you guys were talking a lot about Samsung fans or the Galaxy Note fans, and if you guys are really listening to the feedback, those are things that you have to improve upon. But as far as the phone itself, if you are interested in one of the best phones out there, and we're also talking about the best Samsung phone, I'm saying it's the Galaxy Note 8, and the reason why is because of the hardware. We're also talking about the design of the phone, the best screen technology out there with that Infinity display, so it's really impressive stuff from Samsung. And then if we're talking about in comparison to the other companies out there, this is an opportunity where Apple and of course Google can learn from these situations with Samsung and make a great phone themselves, because you know that Samsung and Apple and Google are going to be leading the industry as well this year. But I am saying Samsung is leading the way because Google and Apple are going to get ideas from Samsung, including the way they design their phones. And if Google is really smart about this, they're going to improve their Pixel phones to look a lot like that Galaxy Note 8, because that design is fantastic, at least in my opinion again. And as far as the iPhone, I thought it was also interesting that the Galaxy Note 8 was being compared to the iPhone even in the event, but they're also talking about the Galaxy Note 8 in such a way where it's well beyond anything that Apple has ever manufactured with the iPhone. That's not to say that this new iPhone is not going to be able to compete with the Galaxy Note 8, because the iPhone is going to be even better than before, obviously, because that iPhone 7 and 7 Plus is looking really outdated, and that's just the way it is with Apple. Their phones are looking outdated nowadays, and they have to improve that, and they're going to get better phones for the Apple fans out there. So I think it's going to be really interesting to see how Apple and Google manufacture their phones to compete with this Galaxy Note 8. But again, I have to say the Galaxy Note 8 is the phone of the year in my opinion. I would like to know what you guys think. Post your comments down below. Let me know what you think about the Galaxy Note 8. And of course, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.